I never, ever, ever in my life went to a game like I went to last night. We were at the Ranger game. They score 6 goals in the first period. They had 6 goals on 8 shots. The last 2 games, Saturday and Sunday, over the Penguins and the Predators, 13-0. They tied a franchise record, 6 goals in the first period they hadn't done since against the LA Kings back in 1993. And Yaroslav Halak had a goddamn assist. An assist in the first period. He had his first career shutout as a Ranger. They had one coming into Saturday. Now they got 2 in a row. And I thought that was something. But back in 1973, from February 4th to the 10th, the Rangers had 3 straight 6-0 shutouts. 3 straight. I mean, that's bonkers. I've never been. I mean, they kept going, let's go Rangers, and they kept scoring goals. Let's go Rangers. Let's go Rangers. Let's go Rangers. I mean, it was his 53rd career shutout, and of course, it was the largest winning margin ever for Halak in one of his shutouts. And I mean, K'Andre Miller set a defenseman franchise record, 2 goals, 2 assists in the first period. They were trying to get him the third. And the rest of the game, they got a goal in the second period, but the rest of the game was kind of like a blur. We had this cool couple next to us who were coming in from Connecticut, and he was doing a parlay. I don't gamble, but as I've said before, he had a parlay that the Rangers had to score first and last. Oh, they had to shut him out in the first period. And then he had another one that the Rangers had to score the last goal in the game, which they did. And he had another one that if Panarin, Mika, and Kane had scored, he would have made a fortune. But of course, Kane didn't. So every time Kane, we're like, score. I said, you should go down to the, I almost said dugout, to the bench and go, hey, Patrick Kane, I got a 2-year-old and she'd really like to see you score a goal. I remember that Seinfeld where Kramer promised the kid that Paul O'Neill would hit 2 home runs. Paul O'Neill was like, well, 2 home runs, one's harder, but 2? And it was pretty funny. And so 4 points, franchise record for a period by a defenseman. That's a long, long, long history. Yeah, that was the most goals since December 15th, 1999, 8-3 home win over LA. Nashville actually pulled Kevin Lankinen after he gave up 4 goals and 5 shots, so they replaced him with Juuse Saros. And he, so he only gave up 3 goals the rest of the way. But Halak is 8-2-2 over his last 12, which is, I mean, come on, that's what, and for the playoffs, you need him and Shesterkin if they're playing like that. That's great. Panarin has points in 9 of his last 11 games, 5 goals, 10 assists, 80 points, lead the team. Mika, 9 points his last 4 games. He has a 4-game multi-point streak, which he, if career high, never did that before, and 28 points in his last 21 games, including 15 goals. I mean, every time you're like, goal. I mean, we were like, holy shit. We kept, they do the cheering and everything. And, no celebrities were announced. It was kind of a weird game. They scored these goals, but, there was no celebrities in the game. It wasn't, it was, I think we were so overwhelmed by the first period that the last 2 periods we coasted, and Michigan goes, do you want to leave after the second? Because I was checking basketball scores the whole time, and I was like, God damn it. It's like, I went to Marquette lost to Michigan State. Someone brought up a good point that Michigan State, after the shootings and everything, this is a nice thing to happen, but I'm not a Michigan State fan. And yeah, FDU did lose. They had it tight at one point. It was tied. We got home and they I mean, it's amazing how these guys can't hit foul shots. FAU was missing some foul shots. And then Drew Timme is shooting under 70% for Gonzaga. Gonzaga, 8 straight final Sweet 16s, 8 straight. So the Rangers, K'Andre Miller had his 7th and 8th. Heidel had his first goal in 20 games, his 20th. Tyler Mott had a goal. Mika 37th. Panarin had his 23rd. Kreider had his 32nd. Wow, I mean, just a crazy game, man. Yeah. They host Carolina Tuesday, and then they go to Carolina for a back-to-back. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to compare it to another sporting event I went to. I don't think it's like a blowout. I guess it would be like a basketball team. I couldn't even compare it. I mean, it would be like a basketball team being up 40 after 1, and then the game's over. I mean, that's how big. I mean, 6 goals in the first period. Game's over. Nashville had some guys scratching everything, but still dejected. I mean, I guess you just go out.